Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Welcome back mga kaliga to your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. Once again, my name is Rowy Sacot, and together with me is no other than Jasmine Justin Almeida, sorry, kanina pa ako, Jasmine and Jasmine, kakanood ko ng Aladdin eh. Pero anyway, this is our third game in our Wednesday quadruple header. So far, tight ball game, first game. We went to overtime between Mapua and then MCU. Second game naman, it was a nail-biter between San Beda and UE Red Warriors. The question right now that's running on my mind, Justin, will this be a tight game? Because we have an NCAA team and a UAAP team. Letran, again, they have the school worst in the previous season, 2-16. Meanwhile, etong Adamson naman, they were the 5th overall in the UAAP season. And ngayon, ano kayang abangan natin, Justin?
Well, ngayon, no, the record of Letran in the last NCAA season does not reflect how they are performing here. They are 3-0 at the moment. And this was their previous game against the San Beda Red Lions, winning in a nail-biter as well, 88-87. And you have Jimboy Estrada, who will not suit up today with the 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Kobe Monje with 16 points and 11 rebounds.
Yes, and at the same time, they already have 2 wins, no? They are 2-0 in this record. That's the first game, yung Letran versus San Beda. Their previous game was win against San Sebastian College Recoletos Golden Stags, 83-87. Let's look at naman yung makakatapat nila. Etong Adamson University, they are 0-5 in this tournament. They're still looking for their first dub here in our Collegiate Cup.
Yes, actually, last Sunday, the last game of Adamson, yes, they almost had their win in the fourth quarter. They were already up by double digits, pero Alex Taporco actually sparked their run and got the lead in the dying seconds with around 30 plus seconds left. Took the lead away from Adamson and came up with a 2-point victory.
Matt Erolon had 15 points. AJ Franzman had 2 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 1 block. However, let's look at the turnovers na dito sa Adamson. They turned the ball over 21 times compared to their opponent, Diliman College Blue Dragons, with just 14 points. Again, they're still looking for their first win here in this tournament. So yun ang kailangan nating abangan. And speaking of abangan, we all know that you guys are very excited for this third game of our Wednesday quadruple header. Let's turn it over to our arena announcer, Alvin Tañada. Alvin?
Player number 25, Edson Galoy. Player number 29, Center number 52, AdU. Small forward number 20, AMORANTO. And at power forward number 27, AJ. We'll take the Supreme Conference's next Russell. Let us now meet the starters for the LeBron Knights. Point guard number 19, Ryan Porcadas. Shooting guard number 81, center number 5, Rafael. Small forward number 8, James Mandela. And power forward number 17, Kim Ariel. Coaching the Knights is Adam Ricardo. The referees for this matchup, Ruchi Esteban. This is the 5 and number 3, sixth umpire, Ruben Adman. This game is under supervision of PINOYLIGA Commissioner Rosadan, PINOYLIGA Technology Incorporated, and PINOYLIGA Power Surveying Benefits.
So this is our third game in our Wednesday quadruple header. This is our starters of the ball game, as you can see on your screens right now. So let's see if ano mangyari, because Adamson Soaring Falcons are still looking for their first win in this tournament. They are now 0-5. Their last game was against Diliman College, where they lost just by 2 points, 45-43. Meanwhile, Letran Knights, their first game here in our Collegiate Cup was last Saturday. But they already managed to get 2 straight wins. Will this be their third straight win? Let's see. So it's a matchup between a winning team and the other one looking for their first win. So maganda yung bakbakan natin ngayon in this ball game, Justin.
Oh, yes, that's right. Both teams on the opposite sides of the spectrum. But Letran, their key to winning this ball game is really just to play their type of basketball. Letran plays hard-nosed basketball. They're always in your face on defense. And yun lang, the key here is for them not to let up. Diba? In both their wins, parang nakahabol yung dalawang teams. And so the thing is consistency with energy.
And speaking of with energy, that's an and one bucket of the ball game for Eman Anabo. That's the first bucket of the ball game, a highlight play already for the Soaring Falcons. So you mentioned earlier at the very start of this ball game, our player of the week, current player of the week, Jimboy Estrada, not suited up for the Letran Knights. So meanwhile, as we can see, I believe so, correct me if I'm wrong, the Adamson Soaring Falcons, they are complete right now coming into this ball game.
I think they are missing one of their FSAs.
Oh yeah.
Which is, as you can see behind the bench, there is one seated behind that is Ojarikre.
Oh. So
but they do have the services of Alu Gaye.
Another FSA player for Adamson Soaring Falcons. And eto, they need to shoot the balls. They have 5 seconds remaining. That's a long distance bomb. I missed there for Letran Knights. And another shot, this time a three-pointer for Joshua Yero. So for those who don't know, the Adamson Soaring Falcons in the previous UAAP season, they finished with a 7-7 record. They were the 5th team in the UAAP, and their last championship was in season 40 pa, in 1977 to 1978 season. So sobrang tagal na. They are still looking for their next championship. Will this be it? We don't know, as Coach Nash Racela is heading this Adamson squad since 2021. So let's see anong improvements nila coming into the next season of the UAPS. That's the first bucket of the ball game for Kent Arial.
Yes, and this Adamson team is a rebuilding team, as well as a lot of their faces have left last season.
And eto pa, speaking of left, a good friend of mine who is one of the 5th top players in high school players here in the Philippines, si Justin Garcia, according to NBTC. I thought he's gonna be going to Adamson rin because he's Adamson Baby Falcons graduate. Okay. But he recently signed with the NU Bulldogs together with Vince Reyes. So I thought those two Adamson Baby Falcons, Tebol Garcia and Vince Reyes, will play for Adamson Soaring Falcons. But yun nga, like what you mentioned, rebuilding pa pala ang Adamson ngayon.
And so far, so good, though, for the Adamson Soaring Falcons, as we had Eli Ramos draining a 3 earlier, and just the previous play, AJ Franzman running the break just like now and getting that easy layup.
As Eli Ramos, for those who don't know, he is the little brother of our very own Gilas Pilipinas player, Dwight Ramos. And it just shows that the Ramos, our basketball, runs in the blood of the Ramos.
Hindi lang ata basketball eh. No?
Hindi lang basketball, pati yung kapugian sa mga Ramos eh. But kidding aside, it just shows na, again, the talents are there. Yung little brother niya right now playing for Adamson. And, well, Dwight Ramos is playing in Japan.
Yes,
right?
and for our Gilas team, our previous Gilas team.
Who did a really great job in Gilas Pilipinas. Napanood ko pa yon. I was there. Look at that. Oh, too short on that shot. And another miss right there.
That's AdU Gaye missing those 2 point-blank shots.
And this time, a 3-point shot here for Kid Arial. And that trims the lead to just 3. So this is a low-scoring ball game between these two teams. Kita-kita natin yung bakbakan dito. Again, Letran Knights had their school worst record in the previous season. 2 wins, 16 loss. I believe that's their worst in history talaga, in the Letran history. There's a backcourt violation. So good stop by the Knights.
And speaking of low-scoring ball games, no, this seems to be the theme of Adamson basketball. And just last game, no, against the Diliman College, it was a very low-scoring ball game, 45-43.
Yes.
And Adamson on the losing end of that game. Pero nung first quarter, the score was 9-2. Diliman College, 2 points na score ng first quarter ng previous game nila, and 9 points for Adamson.
And nahabol pa ng Diliman College. Just look at that. Eli Ramos with a breakaway layup. That was a thing of beauty for Eli Ramos, as there was a foul. It's getting physical right now. That is James Pradella against AdU Gaye. And eto pa, again, may kulang silang star players. The star rookie ng Letran Knights, etong si Jimboy Estrada. Again, he is our current player of the week. And Jimboy Estrada, for those who don't know, he's a former St. Clair College of Caloocan standout. He took the Saints to the promised land, as James Pradella will be shooting 2 shots, to land the NAASCU Championship while earning rookie MVP honors. And he is also playing in the MPBL. I'm not sure if that's why he is absent right now, because of his MPBL commitments. That we need to kailangan natin i-validate talaga yan later on sa letra.
Well, sunod-sunod nga naman yung laro niya. May laro siya nung Sunday dito sa Pinoy Liga, and then MPBL nung Monday.
As Pradella went for that Euro step. I believe that's AdU Gaye's second personal foul. Oh, that's his first. I thought that's his second already. So the first wasn't on AdU Gaye. As
it's Mantua.
Yes, Royce
Mantua.
We'll be checking in.
Another athletic forward for Adamson, checking in the ball game in Royce Mantua.
And ito, 2-man substitution pa ulit. So in total, 3-man substitution for Coach Nash Racela. For those who don't know, Coach Nash Racela, he's the head coach right now here in Adamson. Since 2021, he was a graduate of De La Salle University and went on a full-time coaching career and did a phenomenal job. He coached the Philippine squad, participated at the 2016 SIBA Cup, and right now coaching Adamson University. So let's see, as Adamson University, they finished 5th in the UAAP, so they really need, you know, alam mo yun, isang rank na lang eh. Isa na lang kailangan mo yan. Final 4 ka na eh. As AdU Gaye, that's a foul on James Pradella. And as you can see, a look of frustration on James Pradella.
But of course, last season in the UAP for the Adamson Falcons, no, things really did not go their way. As you know, finishing 5th place is somewhat a good output for them, because they lost their main man, their star player in Jerome Lastimosa in that season due to, if I'm not mistaken, it was an ACL injury.
So yun pa nga yung kailangan nilang adjustment. So that's why they just felt short for the Final Four spot. Pero ito yung, dito ko kilala si Coach Allen Ricardo of Letran eh. Those platoon substitutions, laging 5-man ang 5-man yan during his juniors days in the NCAA when he handled the Letran Squires. Again, Letran Knights finished last season with a school worst record 2 wins, 16 losses, while their counterpart, the Letran Squires, that was coached by Allen Ricardo, they finished 11-2 and bagging the championship title. And that's why Coach Allen Ricardo is the interim coach of the Letran Knights. I'm not sure if he's still going to be coaching the Letran Squires. That I'm not yet sure. But it's safe to say that Letran Knights has a new head coach in Allen Ricardo.
He's doing well so far here in the Pinoy Liga Cup.
Yes.
Going 2-0.
Oh, nice pass from the recently graduate from the juniors division, Jonathan Manalili. Again, Titing Manalili, all the way from Cebu. He was the player of the game in the Game 3 of the finals in the NCAA. For those who don't know, Manalili started his first year in Letran as a champion and ended it as a champion as well. As you can see, those moves right there by Jonathan Manalili, those are not easy moves. As Royce Mantua with the one-handed floater. So far, Justin, kitang-kita natin, two teams kinda off in their shots and committing some turnovers like this one against Pau Avillonar. And etong Pau Avillonar, last game naalala ko kami ni Coach Chris yung kinover ko yung game nila. Nahirapan ako sabihin yung last name ni Pau because that was my first time covering Pau Avillonar. Oh! Nice backdoor cut for Ray Allen Torres.
Actually nga, di ba, nakwento ko sa'yo earlier na yung gym na wina-workoutan ko, doon sila the Letran Knights, doon sila nagte-training. At na-mention nga ni Pao na parang nahirapan na ata yung commentator sabihin yung last name niya.
And ako yun. Ako yung panel na yun.
Bukas ikukwento ko sa kanya kung bakit.
So, Pao, nababanggit ko na yung name mo. Pau Avillonar. Okay? Hindi na ako nahihirapan. So, it just shows, that's why we have these types of tournament, the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup. Kasi the players can watch what they need to improve on. The coaches can see, as that's a three-point shot right there for Cade Ronzon. So, they can see yung mga mix-match ng players, yung mga plays that they can work on. Because if you add on a new player, that's an entirely new team. Kasi you need to build the chemistry. Like for example, you're gonna be replacing a shooter for a big man. Ang laking adjustments kagad nun inside the court.
Yes, anytime you put a new person or a new teammate into the mix, it really changes the dynamics of everything.
Yes.
And it really does take time for you to adapt to the skill sets that your teammates have.
That's why we have these types of league. As Kobe Monhe, one of the seniors of the Letran Knights, will be shooting 2 free throws. That's the beauty of having a Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup like this one. The teams can try to experiment on the chemistry of the players, on the plays that they're going to be setting up, the fundamentals, not just in the players, but also in the coaching staff, in the scouting report, so on and so forth, come before the actual UAAP or NCAA team or the other leagues that they're joining us. There was a foul on Edsel Galoy. Edsel Galoy and Cade Ronzon are going at each other. So nagkakapisikalan na, Justin.
Yes, ito na nga yung sinasabi natin na, Letran Knights playing their type of basketball. Physical and in your face.
And I spoke with Coach Allen Ricardo last Sunday when I covered their second game. As ito, that was a bad foul. Kasi pa-inbound pa lang sila. Na-foul si Ronzon doon dito ng Letran. That's why 2 free throws dito for Cade Ronzon.
And I think that is the downside of playing physical basketball, no? You have to know the fine line between, playing with the antics and knowing...
Ooh! Apologies on that one when I
no
cut
problem. And knowing when when it's too much.
Yes. And what a tough shot. Athletic finish for Jonathan Manalili. Again, Jonathan Manalili, one of the lead guards of the junior or the Letran Squires, now playing in the seniors level, but kitang-kita natin because he was coached by Coach Alan Ricardo in the juniors level. Parang konti na lang yung adjustments. Parang hindi nga siya nanggaling juniors eh. It's like playing in the seniors level already.
May familiarity na eh.
Yes. Oh, nice cleanup for Pau Havillonar. Diba? Kaya ko nang banggitin ang Pau Havillonar. So Pau, I know you're gonna be watching this replay.
Oh, first quarter pa lang binanggit na agad.
Confident na akong banggitin ang pangalan mo, Pau Havillonar. And answering back, eto naman, si Allen Ignacio of Adamson University. So grabe ang bakbakan ngayon ha. Just a 4-point lead in favor of Adamson University.
At saka yan ang style of play na gusto ni Pau Havillonar. He is a bruiser inside. Very hardworking big man down below.
And what a pass by Jonathan Manalili right there. Oh, nice pass. That's an easy bucket for Royce Mantua.
Oh, and a steal by Royce Mantua as he saves the ball. Gives Adamson another possession.
And Franzman. Oh, friendly roll. Nice no-look pass. Ooh. And that's a tough finish. Allen Ignacio, I thought he was blocked already, pero I think persistency pays off.
And so far, it's been a theme today, no? Na mas nakakalamang yung underdog team so far.
Oo. And Pau Havillonar was able to sink that one in. Again, look at the defense right there of Edsel Galoy forcing that shot against Cade Ronzon. And Jonathan Manalili, once again, he is heating up here in this ball game.
I have to credit Jonathan Manalili, no? Parang wala siyang adjustment eh from the juniors to the seniors game.
Actually, yun na nga eh. Ibang klase itong batang to. Oh, rattles in for Allen Ignacio. So 15 seconds remaining here in this ball game. Jonathan Manalili taking point here. Again, yes, this is Jonathan Manalili from the juniors, now playing in the seniors level. But it looks like wala nga masyadong adjustments because he's doing a phenomenal job. That's a fourth shot. Almost went in for Edsel Galoy, but that is the end of the first quarter, 26-20. Still anybody's ball game, just a 6-point lead in favor of the UAAP team, the Adamson University Falcons against Letran Knights. We'll be back, mga kaliga, right after the break.
Get 8 gigabytes of
Welcome back, mga kaliga. It's your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. This is our third game in our Wednesday quadruple header between the Letran Knights and Adamson University Soaring Falcons. And eto although 6 points lang ang lamang ng Adamson coming into the second quarter, nakikita natin nag-iba kagad ang depensa and pumasok na ang isa sa Letran squad standout, Jovel Baliling, at 20 years old. he's doing a phenomenal job in this entire tournament in just 2 games. Oh. And almost an end 1 play. But lucky break for Letran Knights as Alugaye misses that shot. So far, Justin, anong nakita mo sa first quarter? Why Adamson University was up just by 6 points?
Well, actually, Adamson University had a great start, no? Making a lot of 3-pointers from the outside. And then, after that, medyo sagutan lang sila ng Letran eh.
Oh, actually.
So now, and they're holding on to a 7-point lead.
Now 7, no? And, nako, lucky break for Adamson as ball stays with the Soaring Falcons with 14 on the shot clock. So this Letran squad, again, there are some players na kinuha sila, like for example, one of their newest addition to the team from the Mapua Red Robins, etong si Lance Masiglat. And again, may mga squares pa na turned into Knights. Mix and match pa rin eh. Yeah. Mix and match talaga yung nangyayari ngayon sa Letran. Although most of their games for Letran, their first 2 games, those are nail-biter games. Their first game, that's just a 1-point win against UE Red or San Beda. Then after that, yung Golden Stags, yung Baste, they only won by just 4 points.
4 points, but I think in the dying seconds, nakalamang pa atang San Sebastian nun eh.
Oo. And because of the steal of Jonathan Manalili in the dying seconds of that ball game, that's why they put the icing on the coffin and nail on the cake.
And I think may isa pang, there was another play there where it was somewhat questionable, no, that one of the Letran players went up for a challenge and parang the coaches of San Sebastian were contesting a goaltending violation.
Oh, yes.
No?
Oh. Yes. I remember that. Yun nga, naalala ko yun. Because of parang tinamaan daw yung ring or board
yung
while,
board ata.
while nag-went for a layup yung Golden Stags that time.
And that basket, if called a goaltending, would have given
a tied
San
ball
Sebastian
game
one
tied
ball
dapat
game?
yun. Kasi yung 2 points ni Jonathan Manalili yung pang 4-point lead eh.
So
yun nga, sayang. Pero again, our officials, mga third, ayan na. Just want to let you know, ito yung isang inabangang compare si Noah Pacquiao because this kid right here, he came from, I covered, when I spoke with Coach PJ Walsham, he is one of the head coaches in NBTC during the wildcard qualifiers, and I got to speak with him, and he mentioned that one of his players already was recruited by Adamson. Ito yun si Noah Pacquiao, and he is based in Western Australia. Elite Western Australia, and maliit na town lang yun, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Coach PJ Walsham was saying na ito nga, si Noah Pacquiao got recruited by Adamson because he was a standout in Western Australia who tried out for Adamson. So shout out to Coach PJ Walsham. Imagine, teams from different parts of the globe na ang kinukuha. One good example, a good friend of mine, the head coach of the Lyceum Pirates University, Coach Gilbert Malabanan. He is in the United States right now as a 3-point for Kenji Cañete for Adamson Soaring Falcons. He's in the United States right now recruiting for the Pirates.
That's something that we're really going to look out for. Kung sino man yung mga marirecruit ni Coach Gilbert.
Malabanan. Yes, actually, pinopost niya na sa Facebook yung mga nare-recruit niya, yung mga magko-commit sa Lyceum eh.
And ito na nga ang iyong player to watch out for, Noah Pacquiao, showing what he can do.
Yes, all the way. That's a long-distance shot all the way from Western Australia, Noah Pacquiao. And Adamson, they are leading by 13 points. Again, Adamson here in this Collegiate Cup, they're still looking for their very first win. Again, they are now 0 wins and 5 losses in this tournament, as good contests by Rafael Go.
And at least now Adamson is showing that they are hungry for their first win.
It just shows, no? And meanwhile, makikita natin, Coach Alan Ricardo trying to mix and match his team and looking for ways to bounce back here in this ball game as they are trailing by 13 points. Noah. Oh, another wide open 3. Oh my goodness! It's raining threes right now for the Soaring Falcons. Grabe ang 3-point shot dito ng Soaring Falcons, ha?
Oh.
And that's a missed shot for Nat Montesilio. This Nat Montesilio, itong James Pradelia, I already talked about this in their previous game. I covered them already during sa D2 Super Cup. I did mention that during the pregame, di ba? Yung D2 Super Cup that's in Chaong Convention Center in Quezon Province. Wherein it's a one-week league at iba't ibang team siya. It's a open league na kung sino pwede sumali. That was 1 year ago. That's the first time that I met Nat Montesilio and etong James Pradelia. And they are under the training program ni Coach Brodet. Anthony Brodet.
Okay,
yung
Phenom Sports.
Yes. And that's all I know about Phenom.
Well, actually, a friend of mine is also part of Phenom Sports Clinic. That is Anton Paule. And he's working together with Coach Anthony Brodet. Nga.
And right now, those two players are in playing for Letran. And one of the players na hinawakan rin ni Coach Anthony Brodet was Precious Momoway, who we got to see earlier. And it just shows na grabe mag-develop skills-wise eto si Coach Anthony Brodet in terms of player development.
Yes, and earlier, actually, when I was in college, I was working with Coach Anton Brodet. He's a family friend of mine. And we would do some skill workouts together. And he definitely got me in shape.
Wow. So ako, kailangan ko na ata yun. Yun ang pinakailangan ko ngayon. Sa panel kasi, ang na-workout mo yung bibig eh. Pati yung choice of words eh. Hindi yung... kidding aside lang naman. Pero it just shows again, the way he develops players, and now they're playing at the collegiate level. Not just collegiate level, one of the highest form of collegiate basketball here in the Philippines nationwide. So far, 17-point lead in favor of Adamson Soaring Falcons. 5 minutes and 50 remaining here in the second quarter. Let's look at the defense of Letran Squares, but better offense for AJ Fransman.
And everything seems to be falling for Adamson right now. Whether it be inside or outside, things are going well for the Falcons.
And that's a good cut by James Pradella and good dish by Kent Arial. Here comes the Soaring Falcons enjoying a 17-point lead. Ito na naman, malaki na naman ang laman. Just like what happened during our second game. And that's a good cleanup by Allen Ignacio, turning garbage into gold.
It's a lot of second chance points para kay Allen Ignacio.
So imagine we already crossed the 5-minute mark or the halfway mark in our second quarter. Pero first team foul pa lang in the entire that's the first foul here in the entire second quarter. It just shows na they're showing their disciplined defense. And I believe last March, nakita ko etong Adamson nakipag tune-up game against Perpetual. So that was a battle between the two brothers as James Bradelia almost went for the end one opportunity, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. That's a foul on Allen Ignacio. So nakita ko, nanood ako nun sa Perpetual, sa South. It was a battle between the Racelas. Olsen Racela and Nash Racela.
Actually, we already had the battle of the Racelas here in the PINOYLIGA Cup. I was lucky enough to cover that game. And that was the first time that Coach Olsen got his win in the PINOYLIGA Cup.
And yun nga, again, that's why Adamson, they're still looking for their first dub in this entire tournament. Here comes the Falcons, enjoying a 19-point lead. Again, for those who don't know, one of the star rookies of Letran, Jimbo Estrada, is not playing right now because there's a rule that NCAA imposed this off-season because there are players who are playing in the pro levels or in outside leagues or commercial leagues. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Justin. The NCAA issued that if you are an NCAA player, you cannot play in the pros or commercial leagues na. Is that correct? Or pros or commercial lang? That I need to check.
Yes, I think I'll also need to check on that.
Yes, kasi I spoke with Jimbo Estrada last time. He mentioned na hanggang May na lang daw. Hanggang May na lang daw ang siya maglalaro in the MPBL. Because imagine, he's 22 years old, Jimbo Estrada. Even though he's not playing here, he's 22 years old. But he is playing in the pro leagues na. Imagine, he's playing with ex-pros, PBA pros, ex-PBA pros na, you know, going head-to-head. And he's doing a phenomenal job. That's a good shot.
Hindi lang siya role player, but he has a significant part in his team in Binyan.
Yes. He's now a part of the Binyan in MPBL. Team owner is Vice Mayor Jel Alonte. And that's a three-point shot from the left corner.
Actually, nagulat nga ako. Sabi mo pala, rookie. He is a rookie here?
Yes.
For the Letran Knights?
Oo. Recently recruited by the Letran Knights this off-season.
Because I only heard of Jimbo Estrada in the pro leagues. And
imagine.
Nagulat ako kasi hindi ko talaga, just based on the way he plays, hindi ko alam na rookie pala siya.
Like what Coach Chris mentioned, hinog na.
Oo.
And eto, grabe ang depensa dito ng Adamson. Just like what happened with UE earlier. Even though UE was up by 25 points earlier in the second game, parang sila pa yung naghahabol in terms of defense. Yun rin pinapakita ngayon ng Adamson dito. Again, the previous game of Adamson Soaring Falcons, they lost to Diliman College Blue Dragons 45-43. They only attempted 7 free throws but missed 4. So imagine if they just missed sink in those 2 shots ng free throws, edi sana OT pa sana, kaso wala. So that's the importance of shooting your free throws.
Medyo ano talaga, that last game between Diliman College and Adamson was kind of a sloppy ball game. As I was talking about it earlier, sa first quarter, 9 points to 2 lang ang lamang ng Adamson nun.
Yes, in the first quarter, ha?
Oo.
As Lance Masiglat misses that layup, eto 20 na ang lamang ng Adamson Soaring Falcons. Here comes the Soaring Falcons and rattles in and out. Oh, good box out by Nat Montesilio. As Nat looking, gives it to James. James fires. And that's a jump ball. We have a wedgie. So, ball possession is pointing towards, or possession arrow is pointing towards Letran Knights. So, ball stays with Letran.
Yes, and a couple of substitutions by the Letran Knights. Pao Villonar checks back in the ball game. And number 13, Jonathan Manalili.
Yes. Manalili once again will check in.
And no one else but the guy who made the game-winning shot against the San Beda Red Lions, Deo Cuajao, checking in as well.
Grabe yun. Hindi ko makalimutan yung shot na yun. Akala ko mag-OT pa eh.
Ikaw din ba yung nag-cover ng game?
Hindi, napanood ko lang. There are some extracurricular activities going on inside the paint. And that's on Eman Anabo. And penalty na ang Adamson during the first half of the second quarter. Lagpas na tayo sa 5-minute mark kanina or less than 6 minutes of action. Wala, isa pa lang yung team foul and that's on Letran. Pero in 2 minutes and 12 seconds, so safe to say, after 3 minutes, naka 5 fouls kaagad ang Adamson. So those are 5 quick fouls for the Soaring Falcons and that will send Edsel Galoy to the free throw line as they are in the penalty already. Grabe rin yung coaching staff dito ng Letran. Buong buo, no? Kompleto.
So from the coaching staff down to the players, everyone in attendance. Except nga for Jimbo Estrada.
Yun na talaga.
Sorry.
for Letran.
2 free throws for Edson Gallo.
So that's 2 free throws again. Coach Allen, this is just his second week or incoming or third week na ata in being the head coach of the Letran Knights. Wala pa nga dito si Kevin Santos eh. Their center playing for Letran. And ito sabi sa akin ni Coach Allen last game, Justin. Sabi ko, or I asked him, as that's a good pass. And that's an end one opportunity for Deo Cuajao. Ito nga yung isang tinitingnan nating player because of that game-winning shot in their first game. So when I spoke with Coach Allen earlier, sinabi niya sabi ko, anong difference ng, because you already coached the juniors level. What adjustments in terms of coaching style are you going to do in the seniors level? Sabi niya sa akin, sa seniors, size mas malaki. Mas manipis ang room for improvement and mas malaki ang players. Yung kalaban mo, either pro na or incoming pros na. And that's different. Yung physicality nandoon, yes, we need to be physical, but wag daw sa sobra. He even referred to his first game against San Beda as a 3-point shot for Anabo. Sabi niya, hindi siya masaya nung first game nila kasi sobrang physical daw. Okay yung physicality, wag lang sa sobra.
And ayun na nga, what we were talking about earlier, no? You're playing with a fine line with that physicality. That is the identity of Letran Knights. But if you do too much and it goes against you, resulting to technical fouls and sportsmanlike fouls, then you have to, that's when you know you have to dial it up a bit. Dial it back up a bit.
Yes, so eto. Let's see Again, yung Letran Squires Grabe yung championship ng team na yan. Oh, nice defense. Look at the acrobatic moves of Edsel Galoy on that play. And here comes Adamson. And that's a foul, I believe, on Deo Cuajao. So that's going to be 2 free throws here for Adamson University. 48 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So this is a blowout game. 21-point lead. But again, ganito rin nangyari during the second game. 25 points lamang ng UE, nahabol pa ng San Beda in the fourth quarter. Di ba?
In closing that halftime, they made a 7-0 run, talking about San Beda, to close the half and give them life moving on to the second half.
And meanwhile, Joshua Barcelona was able to convert those 2 freebies. It's Jonathan. Good defense right there by Adamson. Almost loses the ball there. Look at a spin move against the center. Pau Havillonar over Alugaye. That was a thing of beauty battle inside the paint. 20 seconds remaining. 20-point lead, and that's a foul on Edsel Galoy. That's a third team foul on Letran Knights. So they still have one more foul to give before they go to penalty. Ooh. Good defense by Pau Havillonar. Eto, 10 seconds remaining. That's their favorite spot, yung left 3 talaga, left corner 3. And there was a foul on Pau Havillonar. I believe that's a act of shooting in the 3-point land.
I think it's being called on your landing spot. Yeah.
Oh, landing spot foul. So that's why ire-review pa ng referee to see if that's an unsportsmanlike foul. Because if that is a landing spot foul, delikado yun pwedeng ma-injure yung player.
Usually, natatapilok ka sa mga instances na ganun.
Oo. And delikado yun as a player because again, as a player, one of your assets are your physical body. Ayun nga, pushing foul lang daw. On Pau Havillonar. So that's gonna be 3 free throws. So 3.5 seconds remaining, and Adamson University has an opportunity to close the half with a 23-point lead.
Yes, naiwasan nila yung unsportsmanlike foul. Pero, giving Adamson 3 free throws to close the half, still hurtful for the Letran Knights.
Sana 3 points yun.
Oo.
But tignan natin kung mapapasok ni Eman Anabo itong natitirang 2 free throws niya. Again, for those who are watching, after this game, we still have one more game. It's Guangming College versus the De La Salle Green Archers. As Anabo, that's 2 for 3. 1 second remaining. That will count. And that ends the first half with a blowout in favor of Adamson University, 55-33. 22-point lead in favor of Adamson Soaring Falcons. But we still have 2 more quarters remaining, a total of 20 minutes of action. Let's see if how Letran Knights will bounce back here in this ball game. We'll be back, mga kaliga, right after these messages.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
By the Blazers.
Getting blocked by Don Lim. Solid defense by Don Lim.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Welcome back mga kaliga to your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. This is our third game between the Adamson Soaring Falcons versus the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights. So far, the Falcons are up by 22 points pero we have a halftime interview. Let's turn it over muna to our courtside angel, CJ Ang, for interviewing Pau Havilionar. CJ?
Thank you, Roy. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon si Pau Havilionar of the Letran Knights. Pau, last season was a struggle for your squad after winning the title in season 98 of the NCAA. Being one of the 5 remaining players from that championship squad, paano ninyo susubukang maibalik ang titulo sa Letran?
Siyempre, yun sisimula yun sa body language. So yung body language na champion's heart yun. Dapat konti-onti, step by step lang. So hindi naman basta-basta ibabalik agad yung titulo. Step by step. So simula muna sa quarter, semis, and then so on so forth. So ayun, siyempre magsisimula yan sa willingness. Every game, every practice, dapat ibigay mo yung 300% mo sa para yung individual para mag-grow as an individual and as a team. Ayun.
Pau, being that isa ka sa mga manlalaro na nakapaglaro na sa pro, ano yung naibabahagi mo sa mga teammates mo bilang nakapaglaro ka na nga sa pro?
May ibabahagi ko sa mga teammates ko is yung experience pag yung mga mabigati ng mga kalaban like this one, Adamson, may import. So how you will handle that import and then how will you, yung mga kasama mo, paano mo sila mag-guide sa loob ng court. So, yung vision nila, yung mga point guard. Kasi yung point guard yun ng extension ng coaches. So yung kami as a big man, ginawa din role namin. So dapat makapag-contribute sa table. So yun lang.
Pau, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko pala yung Letran family, school, management namin, si Boss Frank, yung family ko sa Ilocos, si Ma'am Veronica sa yung girlfriend ko. Lang. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pau. Back to you, Roy.
Once again, that is Pau Havilionar, one of the players of the Letran Knights, or mga kuya nga, ika nila. Pero ito yung final halftime score natin. And let's look at the halftime stats so far between Adamson Soaring Falcons. That's why they're up by 22 points here in this ball game. Kaya as you can see, the field goal percentage, almost the same shooting attempts for both teams, pero mas maraming pumapasok sa Adamson Soaring Falcons.
Yes, and as you can see sa Adamson Soaring Falcons, the assist category leading 14-6. And also in the blocks category, the interior defense has been good for Adamson, having 5 blocks to 3.
And dinoble ng Adamson Soaring Falcons yung rebound department. 25 rebounds against Letran's 12 rebounds. So yun ang kailangan nilang gawin as Cañete rather was the one who sunk in that 3-point shot.
So far, no, it's been the size advantage of Adamson. leading and giving them this 25-point lead.
And imagine kasi who's guarding the paint. That guy who has the ball. AdU Gaye, the big guy of Adamson University, loves it up. Speaking of the big guy, kita mo, tinaas niya na lang yung kamay niya against Pau Havillonar.
Tapos ilalaglag na lang na sa ring eh.
Literal na nilaglag na lang ni AdU Gaye. That's why they're abusing the paint. And grabe ring protector to si AdU Gaye. Nakaka-intimidate siya once you're in the paint. Oh, and speaking of AdU Gaye, he's down on the floor right now. And he is holding on to his right shin.
That does not look good for AdU Gaye.
And we are just talking about him right now. How he's guarding the paint. And this is a big turnaround for Adamson University as they are up by 27 points. As you can see, our medic are already assisting AdU Gaye.
Hopefully, it's just a cramp as we can see the medic stretching his left foot.
Yes. So ito yung mga kailangan nating ingatan. Kasi again, here sa Pinoy Liga, our main priority are the players' safety. So there was a thumbs up sign, I believe. So magiging okay sana to si AdU Gaye. So because there was a stoppage of play, magkakaroon tayo ng substitution here.
Oh, medyo, alam mo, pag nakakita ako ng mga ganyang instances, kinakabahan ako eh. Kasi he was holding on to the lower part of his calf and of course, I don't want to wish anyone things like this, but sometimes it could be an Achilles injury.
Yes. So yun ang kailangan nating ingatan talaga as a player. Kasi, again, ang pinaka-asset mo is your physique eh. Di ba? And it's really important. Mas lalo na matalo ng mga players ngayon dito sa Pilipinas. Yung legs ang isa sa pinaka-importante.
And alam mo, Rowie, ako, naka-experience na ako ng player na pumutok yung Achilles sa harapan namin. Ha? Kasi doon sa, sa area namin, nag-host ako ng mga papawis na competitive rin talaga. And then, just in front of me, I saw one of those players just running in front of me and grabbing onto the same spot that AdU Gaye was holding on to. And yun nga, the next day we found out Achilles injury nga siya.
Grabe. Pero yun ang mga kailangan na ingatan talaga as a player. Pero look at that, there was a foul call. I believe that's on AJ Franzman. So 2 free throws dito for Pau Havillonar. And ito yung masaya lang ako. Confident ako sabihin yung Havillonar. Last time kasi talaga, ilang beses ako na utal-utal eh. If you watch the second game of Letran, I'm the one who covered that game. And this is my first time covering Pau Havillonar. Kaya naninibago lang ako that time. Ngayon, di ba, lumapit pa siya mismo sa gym. Sinabi yung isang anchor is hindi po mabanggit yung pangalan ko. Eto, Pau, rest assured, after that game, all throughout the day, kinabukasan nun, lagi ako nagpa-practice harap ng salamin. Pau Havillonar, Pau Havillonar, Pau Havillonar. Ganun lang ako na ganun.
Bukas, pagbalik ko ng gym at nandun sila, update kita kung anong sinabi ni...
Papapanood naman to ni Pau.
Ni Boss Pau.
Pero going back naman dito, there was a warning on Quahao for resentment to a call. So kailangan rin mag-ingat doon ng Letran, although they are now trailing by a huge margin. Pero, yun nga, meron tayo tinatawag na never say die attitude. So, nangyari yung kanina sa UE and San Sebastian or San Medas. That's a tough finish right there for Letran.
Kobe Monte, sinagasaan ng depensa at parang walang nakaharang.
Kobe Mone, one of the kuyas of the Letran Knights. Oh! A block from behind by Edsel Galoy. Not in Amoranto, says Edsel Galoy. As Joshua Yero will be checking in for the Falcons. Joshua Yero will be inbounding the ball here with 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Falcons.
Pwede na nating sabihin, medyo patas na ang laban as Adamson. Wala na silang FSA at the moment.
Yes, and eto pa, not just about the FSA, may turnover against the Falcons and there was an offensive foul. So ball will go to Letran Knights. grabe ang bakbakan ngayon dito in this ball game, ha?
And ano kaya sinabi ni Coach Nash Rosella sa team niya as last time, di ba? Sa kanila na yung panalo against Diliman College. And they let it slip away from themselves, di ba? So I'm sure heading into that halftime, malaking lamang nila. You have Coach Nash reminding these players na do whatever it takes to protect that lead.
Pero yun nga lang ang nangyari, nakabawi yung Diliman College on that game. That's why, again, the story for Adamson is they're still looking for their first win in this entire tournament. Pero right now, nasa driver's seat sila. If I'm not mistaken, this is the highest lead so far in any games ng Adamson dito sa Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup natin.
Yes, I think that's right, but we will have to confirm as well.
Oh, I thought that's a backcourt violation, pero nahawakan pala ni Pau Villonar yung bola. Eli with a step back J, and that's a landing spot foul, so that's why Edsel Gale was called for a foul there. Again, Eli Ramos, the little brother of Dwight Ramos, playing for Adamson University.
Yes, and a good move by Eli Ramos there, driving to the left, pushing off with his right arm, step back, and drawing the foul, going to the line for two.
Now Eli Ramos shooting 2 shots. And grabe talaga yung bakbakan. Ano masasabi mo sa game na ito, CJ Ang? So yun nga po, medyo konting silence kasi si CJ Ang speechless po sa game na to. Dahil grabe nga yung bakbakan ng dalawang kupunan natin between Letran and Adamson. Oh, nice pass!
Oh, what a nice pass, CJ Ang!
That was a bullet pass to Edsel Galoy and a reverse miss. What a pass right there. That might have been a momentum shifter favoring the Knights. As look at that offensive rebound, but a miss for AJ Franzman. And here comes Kobe Monhe with the end-one play. Grabe yung highlight ni Kobe Monhe. Walang masabi si CJ. CJ, masasabi mo?
Lamang yung Adamson. So, I think finally mananalo na yung alma mater ko.
So yun nga. I thought you're from Ateneo, CJ. You mentioned before kasi you don't speak Tagalog, di ba?
OA.
Pero biro lang po yung katuwaan lang dito sa Pinoy Liga. Pero again, just like what CJ mentioned, yes, Adamson is looking for their first win in this tournament. And eto ang kalaban nila is Letran na wala pang talo kasi they started out strong with a 2-0 record. This is just the third game of Letran. So let's see if Adamson might be the first team to give a loss to Letran.
And yan ang kagandahan ng quality of competition dito sa Pinoy Liga. Very unpredictable. Who would have thought na an Adamson team down 0-5 would actually be in the driver's seat by 20 points against an undefeated Letran Knights squad.
Again, with the missing player, etong si Jimbo Estrada for Letran, Adamson are doing a phenomenal job here in this ball game. It just shows that Coach Nash Rosella and the entire coaching staff of the Adamson University did their assignment or did their homework in studying the Letran Knights. As Coach Alan Ricardo, pinasok niya si Jovel Baliling. When I spoke with Jovel Baliling, this guy is all the way from Cavite. He's just 20 years old, but he's doing a phenomenal job in this tournament. And yun nga, wala pa dito si Kevin Santos from Pampanga. I've covered Kevin Santos before when he was playing in Delta in Pampanga. And 2 free throws dito for Rafael Go. And yun ang kausap ko rin pala si Coach Alan Ricardo last time. Sinabi rin sa akin ni Coach Alan Ricardo, Justin, na na meron pa akong ibang nilulutong players. Although kulang pa pala sila, like what Coach Allen mentioned last Sunday, meron pa rin siyang mga ini-scout na players nationwide and international. So, dami nating abangan sa Letran.
Oh, and they also have Coach Brodette as one of their coaches on the sidelines, and they have been doing a good job producing talents in that Phenom Sports Clinic.
Yes.
So there's a lot of avenues where Coach Allen can recruit players.
Oh, nice read by Kint Arial. Oh, nice pass! Jovel Baliling. Again, the 20-year-old standout who just graduated from the juniors level and welcome to the seniors moment, Jovel Baliling. And answering back is Eman Anabo. Oh, nice tip in. Mahirap na. Go. Sa Java yun?
Tinulungan ni Manzano.
Oo nga eh. And eto 16 na lang ang inabol ng Letran. And nakita natin, Justin, nag-iba na yung pressure defense dito or iba na yung what do you call this? Yung energy rather. That's the word that I'm looking for. Yung energy ng Letran.
Somewhat similar to the second game that we covered, no?
Yung UE versus San Beda.
It's been the same story so far.
Oh, Jonathan Manalili made his own way to the bucket. Kita mo parang wala lang kay Jonathan, parang hindi pilit eh. Komportable siya sa mga ganong salaksak. And eto, kanina pa daw si Eman Anabo, they need to contain this guy. He's doing a phenomenal job shooting from the perimeter.
So much young talent for the Letran Knights, no? You would think just by watching them sa eye test, parang second, third year players. But some of them are rookies and, you know, players that are below 20 years old.
Or even 20 years old. Because that's a miss. Offensive rebound. Allen Ignacio. That was a good box out by Cedric Manzano. And that's why there was a foul called by the officials. And the next game, again, will be Guangming College versus the De La Salle University Green Archers. So magandang laban yan, the defending champions of the UAAP. Kanina napanood natin yung defending champions ng NCAA. That fell short against the UE Red Warriors. So let's see kung ano naman mangyari sa La Salle kasi they are still lossless, ika nga. Yun yung word na invento, I'll invent, lossless. Kasi wala pang talo. Oh! Jovel Baliling! Again, with a nice dish inside.
Swabing-swabe yung pasa na yun.
Grabe yan. Right now, 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here in the third. There's a three-point shot. Short for Joshua, but good cleanup for Allen Ignacio. 72-54 is the score. So far, Justin, what are your thoughts here in this ball game?
So far, no. It's been the same as that second game. Now the Letran Knights making a small run and then sinasagot ng Adamson. They're gonna have to get a lot more stops if they're gonna want to catch up. And they should cut the lead down to maybe single digits at the end of this third quarter.
Yes, kasi yun nga yung nangyari last time for San Beda, no? Pinakaba pa talaga yung opponent nila, which is etong
San Beda, UE.
San Beda versus UE, yes.
As you don't want a case of too little, too late as of what happened in the second game.
Here comes Adamson. Oh, nice pick and roll play, and clearly there was a foul called. So 2 free throws for Allen Ignacio. Then eto, both teams, safe to say, are already in the penalty because that's their 14th foul. As Ray Allen Torres will be checking in. Feeling ko kilala ko sino idol nung dad neto ni Ray Allen Torres eh.
Dumadami na nga yung mga pangalan na ganun eh, no? Ngayon, sa generation na to.
Lebron Lopez, di ba? Kobe Monje.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash, di ba? Enriquez. Dami. Ngayon, eto naman si Ray Allen Torres. Feeling ko shooting yung pinapractice na itong batang to eh. As a substitution here for Adamson Soaring Falcons, Royce Mantua will be checking in.
Meron pa nga akong nakitang player sa Diliman College dun sa sinubmit na lineup. Chansey Billup.
Nakita ko nga actually. Kakaibang spelling ng Chauncey Billups. Pero kilala pa rin natin kung kanino nang galing. Just shows na grabe yung impact ng basketball talaga dito sa Pilipinas. As Jovel Baliling with the 3-point shot. This is Jovel Baliling's sweet spot. He lives and dies shooting threes left and right for Letran. And 2 free throws. Again, another foul committed by Letran. And they are already in the penalty. And actually, that was an act of shooting here for Royce Mantua. So that's going to be 2 free throws for Royce Mantua. Second personal foul for... And... Oh! There's a warning for Letran Knights for improper bench decorum. So the bench are getting involved.
Mantua is no good on the first free throw.
And Mantua, if I'm not mistaken, is wearing the Ja Morant shoes, no? Tama ba? That's Ja Morant, huh?
Not sure if it's Ja Morant or the LeBrons. Not sure. Now we have number 25, that is Edsel Galoy driving to the basket. Oh, and his trip. The referees call a foul on the Adamson Falcons as Galoy goes to the floor. So the foul will be called on Royce Mantua, that's number 13. And we are in the penalty with 1 minute and 14 seconds remaining as Edsel Galoy will go to the line for 2. Hoping to cut this lead down to 15. And it's nice to see Alugay checking back in the ball game.
And finally, di ba, at least okay na yung injury niya kanina in the second quarter. So that's a good sign for Adamson.
Oo, mukhang minor case of cramps lang para kay Alugay.
So literal, in-stretch niya lang. And why not? Coach Nash Racela really needs his production right now kasi...
Oh, ayan na.
Ayan na, it's getting physical.
Lambingan sa loob.
Oh, jump ball. Look at the height difference of Lance Masiglat and eto si Alugay. Mas matangkad talaga si Alugay ng what?
Oo. Parang yun yung nakita natin earlier kay Momoe and kay...
Hawkins, di ba?
Hawkins, oo.
During our second game. Pero, ang nagko-compensate naman kay Lance Masiglat is yung size ng katawan niya. Malaki.
Yung heft.
Oo, yung hefty ng body, yung heft ng body niya. Eto, minute and 4 seconds remaining here in this ball game as Nat Montecillo knocks down that 3-point shot. And that trims the lead to 13 points here in the third quarter.
Pwedeng-pwede pa to.
And eyes in the sky play to Alugay. And grabe, wala akong masabi dito sa Pinoy Liga. Ina-adjust talaga yung electric fan sa atin. Ibig sabihin, grabe. Ang init na kasi nung laban ngayon umiinit na Look at the defense of Adamson University. No open Letran Knights players. That's a contested shot. Actually, that's blocked by AJ Franzman. Here comes Adamson, 10 seconds remaining. Franzman will pull up. Swish finds the bottom of the net. 4 seconds remaining. 2 seconds. That will count, and that is the end of the third quarter. Our score 78-61, a 17-point lead in favor of Adamson University coming into the fourth and final quarter. Stay tuned lang mga kaliga kasi we still have one more quarter remaining. We'll be back after this.
Go beyond with Smart, the country's fastest and best mobile network. with unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
And we are back, mga kaliga, dito sa fourth quarter ng Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. And we have Adamson leading by 17 points, 78-61 here in the start of the fourth. As we have Nat Montecillo bringing down the ball. Oh, and the basket is no good. Offensive foul ang tinawag dito kay Lance Masiglat.
And that's not a good sign to start the fourth quarter. You guys are trailing in this ball game, and that's the first play of Letran here in the fourth, and an offensive foul.
Oh, would have been a nice way to start the quarter. Getting the first basket and cutting the lead to 15, sana.
That's a good defense by Jovel Baliling that time.
Yeah, and that is Rafael Go.
Rafael Go was able to slither his way in against Alu Gaye, so that's a tough finish but made it possible.
Yes, Franzman bringing down the ball, attacking the defense in the middle. Floater, no good. And that's Go with the rebound. Gives it back to the point guard. Go to Pradela. Back to Masiglat. Hands it off to Baliling. Montecillo airballs that one. And Franzman pushing the pace. Gives it to Cañete. Down to Gaye. Setting the screen. Rolling to the basket.
There was a foul on James Pradela because he was moving actually.
Gaye is sidestepping. And out of control, but the foul will be called on Pradela.
Yes, because his feet were not established that time. That's why he was called for a blocking foul. So good eyes by the officials.
And now Gaye will go to the line and be tested. Let's see if he can sink his free throws and push this lead up.
And for those who don't know us, since Aluga is shooting 2 free throws, Adamson, Soaring Falcons, they have an outstanding list of alumni players. Like for example, they have Jerome Ejercito. He's a good friend of mine. Louis, of course, the great Louis Alas. Shout out to Kiefer and Kevin. And EJ File, one of the tallest players to grace the PBA court, standing at 6'1 or 6'2. The German Pinoy PBA standout. Don Trollano, who is now playing in San Miguel Girben, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And they're number 1.
Oh, number 1 right now sa PBA, di ba? And etong si Rodney Brondial, the seaman na mahilig mag-post ng mga seaman jokes niya on Facebook. Rodney Brondial and si Jericho Cruz.
Oh, and meron pa tayo nakakalimutan. Big man din pero may soft touch sa labas. MVP dati ng UAP. I forget which season. Pero Ken Bono.
Oo nga pala. Also on Adamson status, kay medyo wala pa sa listahan ko yun. One of the greats who ever played in Adamson University.
Yun yung mga panahon na hindi pa pinapatira sa labas yung mga
Sentro.
sentro. Pero siya tumitira na.
Ngayon kasi this is the sprawl ball era where as long as you can shoot, you know, and that widens the court. Bakit? If your center will shoot a 3, of course yung babantay na sentro rin doon, aangat.
Aangat, oh.
So that will leave you a free lane for your guards or for your forwards. Right now, look at that matchup between
Ayan,
I and almost an end one, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yes, and Franzman looking to push the pace in this fourth quarter. Multiple possessions, siya nagbababa ng bola at inaatake.
Using his speed that time after that turnover by Letran, there was a leak out already, but still they were able to caught up to him. But mas nauna lang talaga to si AJ Franzman.
Yes, and Coach Allen making a couple of substitutions. Going back to the ball game is number 19, Rion Porcadas. As Franzman makes the first free throw.
And that increases the lead to 17. Again, we still have 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. We already saw this during our second game. So there's a possibility na kaya pa itong habulin ng Letran. And again, Adamson may konting giggle kasi they're trying to break their 5-game losing skid here in this tournament. This might be the first win of Letran if this momentum keeps up.
First win of Adamson.
Adamson, rather. Thank you
Yes,
for
yes.
correcting me that
No
time.
problem.
Or first loss of Letran. Okay. First win ng Adamson, first loss ng Letran. If this keeps going on for Adamson.
Yes, and Eli Ramos seeing Noah Pacquiao on the opposite side of the court, but no good.
Oh, look at the defense right there of number 6 of Adamson.
And there's a foul called in the half-court line. A foul on Letran.
And I believe our officials might have seen an extra motion there for one of the players. That's why they're going to be reviewing that last play. So it just shows no, na ganun tayo ka-strict dito sa Pinoy Liga. Of course, these are college players. Coming pros na rin yung karamihan dito. So it's safe to say na meron na yung term na gulang. Di ba? So yun ang tinitignan ng ating officials if may gulang pa ba na magaganap dito sa mga players natin. So eto. Oh!
Oh, and an unsportsmanlike foul is called.
On Jonalans Masiglat. So Lance Masiglat will have a cooldown for 3 minutes for Letran Squares. And that's going to be 2 free throws for Eli Ramos plus ball possession. So that's not a good sign for Letran because you are the one trailing here in this ball game. And then ganun pa nangyari, magpapahinga pa yung big man mo.
Oo, pero ito, Pau Javillonar checking back in the ball game. And another result of that foul is Letran with 7.5 minutes remaining dito sa huling quarter natin. They already have 4 fouls. 1 foul away from the penalty.
While Adamson on the other end, wala pang foul. As Eli misses the second free throw. As we can see here, dito sa Amoranto, the LaSalle Green Archers are suited up or getting ready right now for their game. You can see Coach Topex, the head coach of the LaSalle Green Archers. Here comes Noah Pacquiao. He is really known for a dead-eye shooter from the corner.
Not a good sequence para sa Letran Knights. Getting a unsportsmanlike foul, and on the other end, si Pacquiao draining a 3 and pushing this lead up to 22 already.
So that's just the first team foul for Adamson. Again, Coach Nash Racela and the entire Soaring Falcons, they display of honest defense against the Knights.
Good patient defense para sa Adamson. And mukhang yung game plan nila ay na-execute nila na maayos. As gigil na silang makuha ang unang panalo dito sa Pinoy Liga.
Well, they just need to hold on to the lead for 7 minutes and 7 seconds to bag their first win here.
And Baliling will be inbounding the ball from the sideline. Pradella with the ball.
They need to shoot the ball.
His own bully ball by Pradella, pero nabitawan.
And he was asking for a foul there, but our officials didn't blow their whistle, so they were saying that was a good block for Adamson.
Porcadas hounding Eli Ramos. Pacquiao gives it to Hierro. Hierro using that Manzano screen, rejects it. Uses it again. Pacquiao taking his three, and it's good!
Noah Pacquiao lock and loaded. He was ready. He was already thinking of shooting that before the ball landed in his hands.
Oh, you have to love the confidence of Pacquiao in his outside shot. As sinagot ni Baliling right in his face.
Trying to answer back with a three of his own, and he makes it for Jovel Baliling.
Manzano against Javillonar, banging bodies inside. Reverse pivot. Oh, at nabitawan ni Manzano ang bola.
And ball goes to Letran Knights, as they are trailing by a huge margin, 22 points.
Yan ang depensa ni Pau Javillonar. Parang pader sa ilalim.
Oh, good drive.
Ooh, Porcadas with a fancy layup.
Rion Porcadas, a newly addition to the Letran Knights squad.
Smallest player on the floor right now.
Oh, nice cut.
Good read para kay Joshua Hierro.
And ito na yung nangyayari, nagpapalitan na itong dalawang teams natin. This is working in the favor of Adamson kasi sobrang laki na nga ng lamang nila, nakipagpalitan pa sila. So, they're just maintaining the lead.
No, kung ganito yung team ng ball game natin ay sigurado makukuha na ng Adamson ang unang panalo nila dito. So we have a couple of substitutions dito sa side ng Adamson as we have Cade Ronzone coming in the ball game and Ignacio. As well as Eman Anabo. So 3 men coming in for the Adamson Falcons. As Ronzone brings down the ball, gives it up, gives it to Anabo. Oh, and looking for Noah Pacquiao in his sweet spot, but no, hits the side of the rim that time.
Pero kahit sino mapapakabay yun kapag nasa ere na yung bola, kapag si Noah Pacquiao yung tumira, because he's been hot in this entire ball game.
Oh, and Anabo from the other side of the court makes a 3.
Saying na, don't just look at Noah Pacquiao, look at me as well because I can knock down those threes, as Anabo.
Pero yun talaga ang skill set ni Noah Pacquiao, no? Ang outside shooting niya.
Yes. Again, he came all the way from Western Australia. He was a part of PJ Walsham's coaching or players for PJ Walsham. And now a newly added player for Adamson University.
Yes, and this is in the NBTC tournament, no? If I'm not mistaken.
When I spoke with Coach PJ Walsham, where he coached Western Elite WA that time, Elite Western Australia.
Oh, and a good try para kay Ignacio to get the second chance, pero hitting his knee and losing it out of bounds. Possession going back to the Knights. Ito na si Porcadas, nagbababa ng bola.
So far, 24-point lead for Adamson. After they took the first lead in this ball game, they haven't looked back ever since.
Hitting the side of the ring is the last shot of Porcadas. As Anabo gives it to the corner. Noah Pacquiao coughs up the ball.
Oh, good read. Good anticipation by Joshua Barcelona.
So mukhang palitan nga talaga. Kahit sa turnovers, nagpapalitan.
Yun ang pinakaayaw mong palitan if you're a player, no? Palitan ng turnover. Pero again, grabe yung nangyari ngayon dito in this ball game. It just shows na Adamson were did their homework against Letran. Again, Letran, this might be their first loss in this tournament. They might be 1-2 after this one. For Adamson naman, this might be their first win in the entire tournament.
Oh, going up to 1-5.
Yes, after this game.
So far today it's been a day of upsets.
Actually.
Just a recap now, we have the MCU Supremos winning in overtime against the
Mapua. Cardinals, who is the first runner-up, a finalist in the recent concluded NCAA tournament.
Yes, and the second game natin, the UE Red Warriors, although just down 0-1 today before their game, beating the San Beda Red Lions.
An NCAA champion naman.
So yung mga champions today, not, mga top 2 teams in the leagues not doing so well today.
And right now, ang kalaban nila ay Letran Knights, who are, well, talking about Pinoy Liga naman, they're 2-0 dito sa Pinoy Liga natin. So there are, you're right, there are some upsets as we are down to the twilight zone. Oh! Went out of bounds. That basket will not count.
And for our main event nga for today, diba? We have the De La Salle Green Archers going up against the Guangming College
Flying Dragon. So that's gonna be a great matchup for you guys. So sa mga kaliga natin, yun ang kailangan yung abangan.
La Salle 3-0, also undefeated. As Baliling misses the shot there. Now we have Adamson. Barcelona with the ball, gives it to Porcadas, bringing down the ball. Brillantes gives it to Pradella. And Javillonar going inside, banking it in. As the lead is 21 points with 1 minute remaining. And it looks like Adamson will get the victory today. And Mantua with a beautiful spin move and a jump shot rolls out of the ring.
So far, this has been an Adamson shooting spree. And getting their first dub here in this ball game. So it's safe to say they won by more than 30 points here in this ball game. So congratulations, finally, after 5 consecutive losses in this tournament, this is their first win against an undefeated team in Letran.
And yan ang the best way to give a statement win. And ako personally, I was thinking Letran is one of the top contenders here in the Pinoy Liga Cup. And what a way for Adamson to prove that they are contenders as well. As Javillonar gets another layup inside. And that will be the end of the ball game. Adamson winning 99-78, 21-point deficit. And the Falcons going up 1-5. And the Letran Knights handed their first loss, 2 wins to 1. So as you see the players shaking hands in the middle of the court. And we will wait for the stats so we can get our player of the game. and wait for the teams to sing their respective hymns at the center of the court.
Our Xbox player of the game finished with 17 points.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Adamson Soaring Falcons and the Letran Knights singing their respective hymns. So now we will go to our courtside reporter with the best player of the game. So now we're sending it over to CJ Ang with the best player of the game.
Thank you, Justin. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon si Emma Nanabo, ang ating Antbox Best Player of the Game with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Emma, coming off a heartbreaking of a loss against Diliman College, your three-point shooting was on point in this game. What did Coach Nash tell you for your squad to finally get your first win in the tournament?
Sinabi lang sa amin ni Coach na stick to the plan lang sa concept na ginagawa namin. And wag namin hanapin yung tira kasi darating yan. And yung sa yung pagka-lead namin ng malaki, pinagtrabahoan namin to para talaga makapanalo na kami kasi marami na rin kami yung pagkakatali.
And most of your losses in the tournament could have gone in your favor. How does this win get the confidence of the Soaring Falcons in the remainder of the elimination games?
Siguro pag ito ang simula nung sunod-sunod namin sana kasi marami nang antalo and sana mapaghirapan pa rin namin yung mga susunod na panalo.
Eman, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko lang yung family ko yung father ko na nanonood, yung kapatid ko si William and yung girlfriend ko si Kate, and binabati ko yung family ko sa Makati, si Tata Yoyoy, tsaka si Nanay Tess, tsaka sa Santa Ana, si Uncle Bong, tsaka yung family namin sa Baras, sa Rizal, si Mama Linda, si Tita Annabel, at yung mga kaibigan ko dyan sa Baras tsaka sa Makati.
Thank you so much and congratulations, Eman. Back to you, Justin.
Okay, thank you, CJ. So that was CJ Ang with our player of the game, Emmanuel Anabo, with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. So that's it for our third game today. The Adamson Falcons defeat the Letran Knights 99-78, and tune in to our last game, which is the De La Salle Green Archers against Guangming College at 4:45 p.m. And we'll be right back after this break.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.